Okay, to write the equation of a line, you need to know, given 2 points, you need to know the slope of the line through those 2 points. So we're using this formula right here to calculate that slope. And by the way, this video also is going to show you how to do some stuff on Desmos. For example, you can say the point P sub 1 equals 6 comma negative 7. Point 2 is point with coordinates 8 comma 10. I can actually label those points. Here they are over here to the left where I have that little graph shown. But to calculate the slope, it doesn't matter which point you designate as point 1 and which point you designate as point 2, as long as you do change in y over change in x in the same order. So I could say this is the y sub 2 right here, 10, and this is the y sub 1, negative 7. So 10 minus a negative 7 is the numerator, and then I have to subtract in the same order for the change in x. 8 minus 6 gives us 8.5 is the slope of the line passing through those 2 points. If I subtract in the other order, call this y sub 2, this negative 7, I get negative 7 minus 10 over 6 minus 8, which is negative 17 over negative 2. Still gives me positive 8.5. And here's a little technique you can use on Desmos if you label your points P sub 1, P sub 2, or A and B, you can actually access the coordinates of those points using dot notation. So P sub 2 dot y minus P sub 1 dot y over P sub 2 dot x minus P sub 1 dot x. Okay, so the point is we now have the slope, and we can use this formula, point slope. You can choose either of these 2 points to substitute into that formula. And here is where I've used point 1, y minus y sub 1, it's just the y coordinate of the point that you're using, equals the slope times the quantity x minus the x coordinate of the point that you're using. And all of these equations result in the same line. So I could use 8 comma 10 and get y minus 10 equals 17 halves times the quantity x minus 8. It'll give you the same exact equation. Here's examples where I've used P sub 1 and P sub 2 to access the coordinates of those points. They all result in the same equation. And here is what you get if you use slope-intercept form. In other words, if you simplify each of these, isolating y, you find that the slope is 17 halves, and the y-intercept is way down here at 0, negative 58. Okay, there you go. Hope that helped, and I'm going to post a link to the Desmos graph where all this stuff was done. Try to visit it and take a look. If you have any questions, post a comment.